Everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a pretty exciting video for you. So it's exciting in the sense that I'm super looking forward to this. I am always looking forward to the two Sephora sales. So one in April, one in I think November. And so we are about to go into April, which blows my mind because that means that we're already in the 4th month of the year. I don't even know where time is going. But what I wanted to do is come on here and kind of give you details on when the Sephora sale is likely going to be. And then also let you know what's on my loves list, so what I am planning to pick up. So let's get into this so that I can give you all of those juicy details. Okay, so I was looking at the calendar the other day because I was trying to formulate my game plan for the Sephora sale in April, which for those of you who are kind of new to that, or if you don't remember what it is, in April, which is the spring sale, you typically get 15% off all your purchase for a certain number of days, and then in November you get the 20% off. So 15 is still a really good amount off, especially considering some of the prices that you would pay for things at Sephora, especially considering the fact that usually there's no sales. I know they've got the weekly wows going on each Thursday, but for the most part it's not like you can just walk up and find something on sale for the week. Usually you pay full price. So that is the deal for that. And usually what they do is they roll it out to VIB Rouge first. So Rouges usually get the first either couple of days, the first weekend, whatever the case may be. Then they roll it down to VIB and then Beauty Insider. So I really like what they did in November, where they opened it up to VIB first, then they closed it down, then they opened it up to VIB Rouge and VIB. I'm sorry, let me backtrack. They opened it up to Rouge. They closed it down, then opened it up for Rouge and VIB, and then closed it down, I think, completely. I don't remember. Anyways, I do know that Rouges had the ability to take advantage of both, and I really appreciated that because sometimes there's times where you think, oh man, I should have picked that up and it's already too late. Well, I really, really like that they did that in November. I'm hoping they do that again in April, but that's usually how it works. Now, it's typically the 3rd week of April in which this starts, and it's usually, per past years, on a Tuesday. That would put the sale start date on Tuesday, April 17th. Last year, I think it was Tuesday, April 18th. So that would mean that here in about in about 3 weeks, that means the sale is going to start. So it really is time for you to start looking and seeing what you want to buy, especially those higher priced items, so that you can get that discount. So I don't know details on how long they are going to have it or how they're going to tier it out, but just keep in mind Rouges do get first access, and they usually do like a little, not get together, but they open up the store at 8 a.m. like on a Saturday, and Rouges can come in. They have little breakfast things. It's just really nice. It's one of those added perks that makes it nice to be a Rouge. But don't even worry if you're not a Rouge, no big deal. You will also still get the discount if you are a VIB and I think Beauty Insider. So keep that in mind as well. Like I said, start going through the website, maybe start going to your store, seeing what you want. That's what I usually do. What I do is I put things in my love list. Obviously, if I want something right away, I'll buy it right away. But for the most part, if you can hold off and get that discount, it's even better. So what I want to share with you is what's on my loves list and what I'm kind of thinking I'm going to want to pick up. And that way, what I like to do is as soon as the first day comes around for the sale, I place my order, and that way I know I'm getting stuff without, because I mean, people ransack the website. Usually by the time sales are over, I mean, there is so much that's out of stock, and that's why you kind of want to make sure that you know what you're going in for. So the first thing I am wanting to pick up is if you saw my review on the Pat McGrath Levy and Rose, I really do want to pick up the other two. I just think it's a really good price point for the Pat McGrath line. And I swatched the green one in store the other day, and I was like, oh my goodness, so saturated in color. Even though, what's weird, I know what you're thinking, you weren't dazzled by that palette, and that's true. But it's a good way to pick up those other two, which is the Mothership Sublime Bronze Ambition, and then let me find what the other one is called. It's something like the Mothership Subliminal Platinum Bronze. So at $55, you get 15% off of that. I'm willing to pay that at a discount in order to get my hands on the other two. So those are a couple of things that I already want to pick up. The other item I want to pick up, which I did not think I was going to want, but the other day I was in store and I swatched it, and of course then it stays in your mind and you're like, man, I could do so much with that, is the Tarte Foil Finger Paints Shadow Palette. It's part of the Rainforest of the Sea collection. I think it released for holiday. It's $39. I wasn't planning on picking it up because it's got literally 4 pans of product for $39. But I also am interested in the, let me see what it's called, the Tarte Chrome Paint Shadow Pot in Top Yacht, because that one swatch is amazing, but that one's $22. So I'm kind of at a crossroads right now as to whether I want to get both of those or if I just want to get the Finger Paints palette, because you've got the 4 pots of product or pans of product for $39, whereas you get the one with the chrome paint shadow pot for $22. So still on the fence about the little pot, but that is currently what is on my loves list for that. Now, next thing, Dior just released their new Dior Addict Lacquer Plump lipsticks. So I just can never bring myself to really buy a Dior lip product because they're so expensive. $37 for one. So what I might do, there's 3 on my loves list. Dance Floor, which is the bright coral, Dior Fever, which is the bright pink, and then Dior Rive, which is the kind of mauve nude. Now they're $37, so I will probably choose one. And then if I like it that much, then maybe the next sale pick up another 1 or 2, I don't know, maybe birthday gift card, that kind of thing. But those 3 shades are in my loves list. I'm only picking one. I don't even know if I'm be able to pay the $37 minus the 15% for one of those, but it is what it is. The next thing I do want to pick up is the Lancome Youthful Radiance Genifique serum. Now I had always, ever since Jaclyn Hill used that mask that she said was so incredible, it made her face so soft and plump like nothing had before, I looked at the price of those masks and I was like, I'm not paying $80 for 3 masks. That's out of the question. So I thought, well, maybe one day I'll pick up the serum, and that way I have a good amount of product that'll last me quite a while. So Sephora had like a free sample where you got like 8 days worth of product for that, and I thought, okay, well, that's a good way for me to try it out, which I tried it out and I can't even tell you how plump and soft that thing makes my face. So, you know, I am ride or die for the Kiehl's. It's the night serum that I have been using that I included in my 2017 favorites. This thing, I can't even tell you. It's just so amazing. So they usually I think it's 70, I think it's 76 on its own, but for 82 they have a set of the serum and the eye cream and then something else for like, you know, $7 more. So I'm thinking of going with the set instead of just the serum on its own. But I will be picking that up during the sale because that is a lot of money, so it's kind of nice to get a few bucks bumped off of that. So another item I want to pick up during the sale. If you saw my videos from here recently, from last week really, I had kind of used the Hush Prism pink spray paint, the temporary hair color on my hair, and I really liked how it looked. It looked super, I don't go to festivals, but it looked super festival, had that vibe. Well, there's a couple other colors that I want to pick up, one being Tin Woman, which is the silver. So the thing about the pink is that it ended up purple on my hair, and I don't know if it's because I have darker hair or what, but I'm hoping that the silver, it's supposed to be a little bit shinier. Maybe it'll stand out more. Anyways, so that is on my loves list. I plan to pick one of those up. Now, there are 2 lip glosses that have not yet released, and I am hoping to pick those up during the sale. I'm hoping they'll release here soon. And it's the Tarte H2o Lip Gloss. They're releasing a new lip gloss line. Looks so nice. And they've got 2 like iridescent shades. One called Bora Bora, one called Fiji, and I really want to get my hands on those. So I do have those in my loves list for purchase for sure. Now, there's a bronzer by Anastasia. It's the powder bronzer. It's part of the collection that released for spring along with like their Emreezy highlight along with the soft Glam palette, but the shade that is in my loves list recently went out of stock. So I'm hoping they restock it by the time of the sale, which I'm sure they will. It's 3 weeks away. I want the shade Rosewood, and so that's $28, which I love Anastasia because they put out great products for a really great price. So $28 is a really good price for a bronzer, for a higher end bronzer, and so it's out of stock. Hoping it comes back in because I do want to pick that up during the sale. Now, the next item is a mask. It's by Summer Fridays. It's called the Jetlag Mask. It's a little bit pricey. It's $48, especially for something I hadn't heard of or anything. The only reason it's in my loves list is because it's like almost at 4.5 stars, which is very crazy. Like usually when you see things with that amount of like with that kind of rating, you're like, okay, there's something to this, I think. But people are saying it just leaves their skin super soft, super hydrated. So with a name like Jetlag Mask, I'm assuming it has to have like quite a bit of moisturizer, because you know how when you fly on an airplane, like it dehydrates you so much, it dries out your skin. So that's on my loves list. However, that is kind of a maybe. I think it's because of the price. We'll see. I'll see how it continues to review, how people review it from now till then. The next thing, I need a replacement for my Urban Decay Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer. I ran out, so I am currently using the Makeup Revolution Concealer. If you saw my Test It Tuesday, I love it. But I've got a couple of others. I've also got the Born This Way by Too Faced. There's still others that I am going through. It's not like I am completely out of concealer, but the Urban Decay Naked Skin really is my favorite, along with Shape Tape. So I want to buy another one to replace the one that ran out. So the next item I'm going to pick up is by Artist Couture, and it is the Diamond Glow Powder in the shade Cocoa Bling. Now, I wasn't really going to pick one of these up until I swatched it in store, and of course my store sold out. But this thing is so sparkly. It does, I think, have like micro glitter. It's $27, which for a highlighter isn't really that bad. It is loose. It's a loose powder, but I do want to pick it up, especially because I think the Jackie Aina version or collab is still available, and so if I love that one on my cheeks, then I do want to pick up hers. So I feel like I'm slouching. The next item I want to pick up, and I've got 3 on my loves list, I'm just going to pick up one so I can see how I like it, is the Stylist Holographic Lip Gloss. Now I have it in Opaline Kiss 5, Opaline Kiss 1, and Opaline Kiss 3. So one being kind of a like super iridescent, kind of lavender-ish type shade, one being like a pink red, and the other is more of a peach. So haven't decided which one I would pick up. I don't know, they all look really nice, but they're $22, so I'm not looking to pay $22 across 3 glosses. I'll try one, and then if it's good, then maybe buy a couple more. Okay, definitely picking up the Becca Hydromis Set and Refresh Powder. I'm so intrigued by this powder. Every video that I have watched everybody said, like Tati, Puffin's wife, every time they try it, they're like, it feels so weird. It literally feels wet, and like I'm concerned it's going to pull off my foundation, but then it makes their face look so good. So I am definitely picking that up. Another item I'm definitely picking up is the Coverfx Power Play Foundation. This is another one that's been getting crazy good reviews, and I feel like Coverfx comes out with some really good products. Now, not to this point a fan of their foundation, but I'm hoping this one will change all that. So I am picking one up in the shade N30, which is the neutral light medium shade. The next item that I'm going to pick up, if it comes back in stock, again, my shade sold out recently, is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Concealer. This one has been getting 5 stars across the board. People are just loving it. So I do love a lot of Laura Mercier products. I have one of her foundations, love it. I like her shade range. It really suits my skin tone. As far as like warming up my skin, it's not too stark light. You know, the shade I use, I think it's called Bamboo Beige, and it suits me perfectly enough to like warm up my skin, kind of the way the Huda one does, and so I want to pick that up. Now, the other thing I want to pick up is by Coverfx. It's one of the glitter drops. So I do have Lunar, which are the blue, and I have the small deluxe size of, I think it's, it's the champagne shade. I can't remember. But I really want to try out the pink one, even though I'm kind of on the fence. Usually pink products on my cheeks don't end up looking super amazing. But those glitter drops are so good. I love both of them. And not only, like the champagne, I'll use it under highlight, and I can't even tell you how it makes my highlight pop. The blue ones I love to use like on my shoulders or even right here on my upper chest, and it just sparkles so good. Anyways, I kind of want to try the pink ones. They're just so pricey. It's $44 a bottle, and so I'm definitely waiting for the sale on those. A couple of things from Too Faced. So you know I picked up a few things from the Life's a Festival collection. Love each and every product from that collection that I picked up. It really... I didn't expect it to love it. I didn't expect to love it as much as I did. But the things I also want to still pick up are the spray. So the Festival Refresh Spray, I sprayed it on in Ulta and it made my face smell so good. I even told a coworker, I'm like, smell my face, it smells so good. She's like, no. So I think that $24 is a really decent price for a spray, and so I like it quite a bit. I also want to pick up the brush, the Magic Rainbow Strobing Brush. I just love the colors on the bristles. I love the handle, so pretty. But $34 is kind of pricey for a brush. I mean, I guess that's typical. Like the Sephora Pros, I guess, are that price. But anyways, I do want to pick that up on sale. I want to pick up the Becca Liptuative Glow Lip Gloss. Leora from Leora's Makeup Loves 52. She had tried this on, and I was just mesmerized at how, like, at the unique shade of pink that her lips were, because I think it's supposed to really just enhance the shade of your lips to kind of the way your body's chemistry goes. It's the shade of pink that it's going to be, kind of like a mood ring back in the day. Anyways, I was so mesmerized, I couldn't stop just looking. I was like, I need that. So it's $25, which I think is kind of pricey for it though. So it's on my loves list to hopefully pick up during the sale. The next thing I want to pick up, I feel like there's a lot of stuff I want to pick up, the Tatcha Silk Canvas Protective Primer. Now, Tati had mentioned that she really wasn't crazy about this, and I tend to like things she doesn't like, and I tend to not like things that she likes. I hope that made sense. So she wasn't crazy about this, and quite frankly, I think the packaging looks beautiful, and it's something that I really do want to try. It just looks like it would go on super smooth, that it would help like make my face kind of a just smooth canvas for foundation. It's $52, so I am definitely waiting for the sale. It's not limited edition or anything, so I will wait until then. Now, two things that were in my loves list that I'm going to have to remove are the Milk Makeup Glitter Sticks. I had New Wave and Trance in my basket, or in my loves list, waiting for the sale, but I guess they were limited edition because I'm looking now and they're not available anymore. So I guess those aren't going to be on my loves list anymore. This one's a maybe just because it's been in my loves list for a while, but the Nude Sticks Nude Artist Love Me Nudes Natural, what's it called? Natural Edition Lip Set. So it comes with about 6 lip pencils. I'm not a lip pencil type of girl for my lipstick. However, I did receive like a deluxe sample in one of the beauty offers when I placed an online order, and it blew my mind with how long it stayed, how pigmented it was, and how just nice the color was. It was one of those typical popular nude mauve type shades, and it just looked so good. So I'm highly considering getting that set. Something else that's just going to be a repurchase because I am out. I had to throw mine out the other day because I had a little bit left and it had just almost solidified. And it's the L'Occitane Cleansing and Softening Shower Oil with Almond Oil. I use that to shave my legs, and it just is, I love it more than any shaving cream. It's not that expensive. It's $25. It lasts you forever if you only use it for that. Obviously, if you use it for actual shower oil, shower gel, then it's going to go pretty quick. But I'm out of that, and it's time to purchase a new one. The other thing that has been in my loves list for a while because I've been waiting for the sale is the NARS Natural Radiant Long Wear Foundation. NARS shades tend to run yellow for me, and that's another reason I've kind of held off picking it up, is that like I I am usually spot on picking my shade online, especially if they put the description, the light to light, medium, neutral. If they don't have that, I know to go with light neutral, and then I can just warm it up with bronzer. Okay, with this, it has been super difficult. I've been in store 2 or 3 times. I've swatched, and I don't know. I'm likely going to end up with the wrong shade. And so that's another reason it's still in my loves list, but I think I want to try taking the plunge this next sale and try it out. I've heard a lot of good things about it. Let's see. I think, let's see, there's a couple of other repurchases, nothing too exciting. Supergoop, I've told y'all in the past, that is my absolute favorite sunscreen for morning because it almost is like a sunscreen slash lotion slash moisturizer. Like, it just leaves my skin so super soft, hydrated, and it's got the SPF. And it's a really, I mean, I think the price is decent for a higher end sunscreen. So 7.5 ounces, that's quite a bit of product, is $32. And I think you can even get the big jug of product for like $50, which I think it's a really good deal. And I do love that sunscreen. So I will be purchasing that as my repurchase. I'm wanting to try the Pharmacy Honey Butter Beeswax Lip Balm. It's $10. It was sold out for the longest time when it first released. And so people were saying it was really great. It's at 4 stars right now, but for $10, it's totally worth trying. I do want to try that. I am pretty much needing to stock up on a beauty blender solid, and then I can't find my beauty blender for the life of me. I don't know if it's like bobby pins or hair ties where they go into this black hole where you never know where they are, but my beauty blender is in that place because who knows where it is. It's keeping all the bobby pins and hair ties company. I do need a repurchase of the Pharmacy Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. In fact, I don't know if I have enough to make it until the sale, so that may end up being a purchase prior to the sale. But that stuff is incredible for taking off your eye makeup. I used to use the Clinique Take the Day Away Balm, and this one for me is even better than that one. I'm also going to pick up the Living Proof Restore Smooth Blowout Concentrate. I love Living Proof, even though I don't buy a whole lot from the brand, but I had gotten a deluxe size, again, as a beauty offer with a Sephora order, and I use it for when I'm going to flat iron my hair, because on a daily I do have to flat iron the roots just because they get really frizzy and just kinky. I used to have ringlets as curly hair, and I've flat ironed it so much over the years that I changed the shape of the curl, and so it just ends up to where I have to flat iron the roots so that I can smooth them out. And then of course, if I want to curl my hair or do anything to that, I use this stuff, and it just makes the job so much easier. It kind of protects the hair, but it also makes it to where you're not struggling to get a better curl or better straight or whatever the case may be. I loved it, and I'm sold. It's $29. I don't think it's a very large bottle, but hair products usually run that price for that size. I think it's probably like 1 ounce. Let's see. The other thing I want to pick up is it's by Too Faced. It was part of the Chocolate Gold collection, and this has been on my loves list since then. It's the Chocolate Gold Soleil Bronzer. It is so pretty. I swatch it every time I'm in store, and I'm like, I need to pick this up before it sells out. It's still on my loves list, so hoping that it stays in stock until the sale. And then the last couple of things that I'll be picking up are also, well, one's a repurchase. They're both repurchases, actually. It's the Clarins. If you watch my tutorials, if you watch favorites videos, you know the Clarins Instant Comfort Lip Oil. I have been using that for probably 2 or 3 years now, and it's nothing helps my lips moisturize more than that. I think even more than the Agave Lip Mask by Bite. This stuff is so amazing. I have gone through like 3 or 4 tubes. It lasts a good while, and I usually put it on in the mornings after I've brushed my teeth because then my lips feel really tight, and I can't tell you how smooth it makes my lipstick go on for the day. It just really is nice, and then it's just very, you know how when your lips feel very uncomfortable because you keep on licking them because they feel chapped and dry and tight? This takes away all of that. Anyways, they keep on coming out with new scents. I have tried the raspberry, I've tried 2 of the honey, and the next one I want to try is mint. Mint and candy, but I'm going to go with mint first. And then lastly, I feel like this has been a long list of stuff. The Marc Jacobs, you know I use the Velvet Noir mascara. That is my favorite mascara of all time. I have been ride or die drugstore mascara. I never want to pay more than $6, $7, $8 for a mascara, but oh my gosh, ever since I tried that 100-point perk, of course, they suck you in with those 100-point perks and those beauty offers when you place your orders online. It's all a ploy, but it works. Their marketing team knew what they were doing. Anyways, so the Velvet Noir mascara, I am almost out, and so it's time to repurchase. Hurts my heart to pay $26, even with 15% off for a mascara, but it is what it is. I love that stuff. The other maybe, and this will be the last thing, is the Huda Beauty Complexion Perfection Pre-Makeup Base Primer. I have tried it because I received a little deluxe sample. I think it was in her foundation, actually, and I loved how it made my skin look. However, as with most people, I wasn't crazy about the smell because the smell smells super strong floral and it lingers on your face most of the day. So it's been on my loves list, again, that long for that reason, because I'm like, do I or do I? So that one's a maybe. But that brings us to the end of what I am going to pick up, what I might pick up. So I've got my 2 buckets, all the things I know I'm gonna get, the things I might get. But that's a lot of stuff there, so I'm even assuming I might have to sift through that a little bit more. Anyways, I hope you guys found this helpful. I hope you guys found the information about the date helpful. That's not to say I'm 100% guaranteeing that it's going to start on the 17th. I would say it's a pretty safe assumption. I think you can count on it starting that day or really, really close to that day. So get prepared, start putting your stuff in your loves list, start kind of deciding, making a budget. It's what you gotta do. But yes, I hope you found it helpful. Alright guys, before I let you go, I need to give you the verse of the day. I'm kind of having a little bit of deja vu with this verse. I think I have read it to y'all before, but I love this verse and want to read it to you again. It's from Titus 3:5, and it says, "He saved us, not because of righteous things we had done, but because of His mercy." His mercy is just a wonderful thing. If we, justice would say we deserve hell, but His mercy covers all of that. And if we just, ask Him to forgive us of our sins and just kind of keep that relationship with Him, then He gives us so much, and His mercy covers all that. I hope you guys really found this video helpful. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate each and every one of you. No pressure, but if you would like to join me on this YouTube journey, if you want to be notified of videos, hope you'll consider subscribing. Again, no pressure. If you want to find me on Instagram, you can find me at Michelle's Glamour. I will see you guys very, very soon. Take care. I love each and every one of you, and I pray for you daily. Bye, everybody.